30. Devotional Thoughts for Women, written by Monica Diaz, read by Belinda Sainsbury. Good morning, dear friends. Today, May 22nd, our devotional is entitled, As You Love Yourself. Agape is a love that sacrifices. Joyce Meyer. A teacher of the law tried to trap him with a question. Teacher, he asked, what is the greatest commandment in the law? Jesus answered, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the greatest and most important commandment. The second most important commandment is like this: love your neighbors as you love yourself. The whole law of Moses and the teachings of the prophets depend on these two commandments. Matthew 22:35-40. This passage has been interpreted as if Jesus was saying that the law is based on three things: loving God, loving our neighbor, and loving ourselves. But what the passage says is that the law can be summarized into two commandments, not three. One, loving God, and two, loving our neighbor. Then, what does as you love yourself mean? Let's take a look at the verb. He uses agapao. This verb entails the concept of self-sacrifice in the service of others. Agape love is a sacrificial love in favor of others, which renders meaningless the idea that Jesus would be commanding us to love ourselves to serve ourselves. Jesus does not consider selfish love a third commandment or a third pillar of the law. In the words of Joyce Meyer, a Christian writer and speaker, agape is the kind of love God has toward His Son and the human race. It's a love that sacrifices, the love that we see in John 3:16. For God so loved the world that He gave His one and only Son. This is the kind of love Jesus was talking about. It's a discourse that is far from the self-help concepts of looking within oneself in a self-centered way and deriving our self-esteem from there. In fact, it's the kind of love that agapites its enemies and pray for those who persecute it. Matthew 5:44. Jesus said, if any of you want to come to me, you must forget yourselves, carry your cross, and follow me. Mark 8:34. In order to be Jesus' disciples, it is important for us to forget ourselves in the sense that the love we have is agape love, that sacrifices itself to lead others to Jesus, and whose lives is not centered on oneself. A love that focuses on God and others, and from there derives its purpose in life. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Matthew 22:39.